I think Martha was completely double-minded. People often are. People often are. Oh, the question was, what did Martha want him to do when she said to him, even now, God can do whatever you ask? What do you want him to do? Well, people are often very double-minded about things. So here's a story which shows it from my point of view. A beautiful example of a sort of thing. Somebody very dear to me is in the process of dying, very sick and in the process of dying. And he's a Jesuit priest. In the Jesuit tradition, if you're homeward bound in the process of dying, you want to be anointed. Not because it's magic, but because it's one of the rituals that people do around the dying. It brings consolation. So I, concerned for my friend that he had not yet had this consolation, which I thought would give him some additional quiet or comfort in his suffering, I said to him, wonder whether you thought about whether or not you might, like to possibly, be anointed. And he said, that's a good idea. Not today. See, in his thought, you get anointed if you're dying. And on the one hand, he had a sense he was dying. He is dying. And on the other hand, his thought was, as long as I don't get anointed, maybe I'm not dying. This is standard human. This is standard human. So what do I think about Martha? I think she was thinking to herself, you could raise him from the dead. Of course, nobody could raise him from the dead. I mean, by now even stinks don't open that thing. But of course, you could raise him from the dead. That's what I think she's thinking. Total double-mindedness. It's a good idea, it's a bad idea at the same time. That's what I think.